Today is a worldwide bullying prevention rally, and it's hosted by Representative Anastasia Pittman. She's asked some of the other representatives, including myself, to come today and visit with the children and the public that's here and just discuss bullying in the state of Oklahoma right now. We have a huge problem. Bullying is an issue that takes place in the schools, in the playgrounds, outside the school areas. I've met with many principals in my district. I actually have 20 schools in my district. I've met with 19 of the 20, and all of them have told me that to some extent they have some problems with bullying in their schools. One of the main problems seems to be cyberbullying. When teachers and the administrators see bullying in the hallways or the playgrounds, they can address it right then, they can take care of it. But the cyberbullying has sort of taken it to a whole new level. And it's a huge issue, and it's going to be a very big challenge for our educators in the future.
Bullying is becoming a national epidemic. We have almost half the kids in school being bullied today online. We have social media that's the way that our young people communicate. And the problem that we're seeing is not only lower self-esteem because of bullying, but we've even started to see suicides. I'm in support of Representative Kay Floyd's initiative, House Bill 1623, that actually is a suicide prevention legislation. And we think that bullying and the fact that teachers need to be trained, counselors need to be trained, and young people need to be trained to recognize these type of things and to change this, because we have great young people in our society and their gifts don't come forward when they're bullied and their self-esteem is lowered.
Well, I've worked with youth for over 15 years, and in the time that I've worked with them, I've had a first-hand experience with bullying as far as kids being bullied on every level. You know, it's changed its form because generally what you see are what you imagine are kids who are bigger than others, but now with the resources, social media, it's evolved into something completely different. Now, blonde hair, blue-eyed Peggy Sue, who's 4'3", can be a bully. And those are the things that we've got to start letting parents know. Bullies aren't just beating up people, they're beating up people emotionally and spiritually. And we've got to get kids resources so they can say, hey, I'm being bullied and I need it to stop.
As bad as technology can be when it comes to creating bullying, it can be just as strong of a tool to reach out and help stop bullying and help stand for others and stand up with others. The Stand for the Silent Facebook page has 36,000 kids. So any of those kids know that at any given moment they can go on Facebook and say, hey, I'm hurt, I'm scared, and know that there's somebody who's got their back.
Parents really have to think more about all the information colliding now from cyberspace, from Facebook, from Twitter, from all of the different ways that kids are getting online and accessing the information. So what you and I say to each other's face, the anonymity of hiding behind a handle or some page that does not really have an identity is vicious and it's ruthless, and people know how to use it.
I always ask myself who's for kids and who's just kidding. And when kids have more time at school, more time than they spend at home with their parents, what is our role and responsibility to them? Are we going to keep them safe so they can learn? Are we going to keep them in a learning environment so they can become productive citizens? Or are we going to turn our backs and ignore what we see? The behavioral patterns, the consistency of intimidation, and now it has been raised to the next level. It's not only in school, it's on school grounds, it's at school activities, it's cyberbullying. It never ends. At least when we were bullied growing up, it ended at some point. It's 24 hours a day and it's worldwide, it's global. It's not something that we can take on overnight, but it's a process. And so we want kids to become proactive and know that they have resources so that they can challenge their peers to be consistent.